Hi, my name is Steve Alcorn. I'm going to talk about type 2 diabetes and kidney stones. I actually believe that there are two things that occur at high levels in type 2 diabetes and kidney stones. In diabetes, I believe there's higher mercury levels and oxidative metals, along with oxalic acid that actually inhibits sugar metabolism by the liver. In the autistic, there's a lot of people with type 2 diabetes that are autistic. Also, there's a porphyria that exists also in the autistic. Low glutathione is known too. As a result, low glutathione leads to high heavy metals, mercury, lead, and arsenic. Now, I believe that there's an absorption issue with vitamin D by the gut. We all absorb it through the skin, and we convert it to the active form of vitamin D. And the blood level that in the environment, the shutoff point is 50 nanograms per mil. Now, the FDA and the federal government says 20 nanograms per mil is the normal amount that's good for bone health. But they're not taking into account glutathione, and they're not potentially taking into account a theoretical enzyme, oxalic acid reductase, which I believe has a porphyrin ring and chromium at its core. Now, oxalic acid, with this oxalic acid reductase, gets converted to lactic acid. Now, like metformin has been known to work with type 2 diabetes, but they don't really know why it works. Now, I see that there's a structural similarity between citrate and metformin. Now, if citrate removes oxalic acid from a kidney stone, metformin might just do the same thing throughout all different organs of the body. Now, if one were to take an outdoor cat versus an indoor cats have more diabetes and more kidney stones. They also have higher predisposition to kidney infections, because those oxalic acid stones can cause scarring of the kidney, ureter, etc. Thus, opportunistic bacteria come in and start infection. Now, a porphyria is also seen at 2.5 times the level in the autistic, and oxalic acid is seen at 2.5 times the level versus normal in the autistic. Now, if you look at the autistic families, you see that there's a trend, even with Asperger's syndrome, Asperger's, ADD, dyslexia, ADD, Parkinson's, Asperger's, ADD, Parkinson's, Van Gogh, dyslexia, ADD, schizophrenia. Even myself, Asperger's, ADD, and I was on my way to actually getting something far worse. But I actually increased my vitamin D levels, took chromium through the diet and orally, and also increased my glutathione levels by increasing vitamin A, vitamin D, and increasing cysteine, which is a part of glutathione. Now, cysteine, vitamin A and vitamin D increase glutathione cysteine ligase, which actually makes glutathione. Now, increasing glutathione removes mercury, lead, all those toxins from the body. Like, for instance, if you take a sulfur spill, or actually a mercury spill, the thing you want to clean it up with is sulfur. Now, cysteine has a sulfur group, so it basically cleanses the body of the toxic mercury, lead, and arsenic. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit of details about Asperger's, ADD, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia at a later time. This is just a crude video. I'm just actually practicing on this. I wish that people would actually take this seriously, because the fact that vitamin D controls 250 genes plus of the body, it has significant health impacts. Anything from osteoporosis, which even could be just calcium oxalic acid. Parkinson's. They noticed a smell problem in Parkinson's. Zinc can actually probably link up with oxalic acid and cause problems with smell. There's also type 1 diabetes, a hypothyroid, vitiligo at higher rates, and low vitamin D levels, and autoimmune diseases as well. Now, there's probably a two-hit theory with higher oxalic acid levels, like a virus like EBV, and zinc oxalate crystals, in which it predisposes those zinc hormone-carrying cells of the body, like the beta cells of the insulin, beta islet cells of the pancreas, the thyroid cells, and the melanocytes. I want to go over this in the future. I hope this. I know this sounds really crude. I had a lot of caffeine tonight, so I'm a little bit shaky. I decided to do something in my life. I got it off of Facebook. I'm hoping that this is just the beginning, and I hope to everybody's health.